Google search Crack Your Free CAT mocks. Click on the first link. You can attempt 3 latest mocks in the actual exam interface. After completing the test, you get detailed solutions, analysis, and percentile along with your scorecard to gauge your All India performance. Click on the solutions to get video solutions from our expert faculty.
Hello friends, welcome to Krako's video series. Today we are going to discuss about how should students start their CAT 2022 preparation. Before we begin, I would like to remind you that this is exclusively for students who are planning to take CAT in 2022. If you are someone who is taking CAT this year, this video is not for you. This video is only for a student who is planning to take CAT the next year and who is yet to begin his or her preparation. So let's get started. So regarding the structure of the exam, I'll take some time on this because there might be students viewing this video who do not have any idea about how the paper looks like, and it would be beneficial for them. So the CAT is actually a 2 hours exam in the recent years because of the COVID restrictions. Initially till 2019, it used to be a 3 hours paper, but in 2020 and in 2021, it is expected to be a 2 hour paper. There are 3 sections in this paper, and for each section, we get 40 minutes. So there are 3 well-defined sections in this paper and they do not vary across the years. So the 3 sections are VARC, DILR and QA. And this is also the order of the sections. The first section will be VARC, followed by DILR, followed by QA. I'll go into these sections further in the next few minutes. So as I told, there is a sectional time limit for each of these sections. You won't get to decide in which part of your exam in these 2 hours will be devoting to each of these sections, because in most of the other MBA examinations like XAT and other exams, we get to decide how we divide our entire exam duration across the sections, but here we do not get to decide that. So as I mentioned, the number of sections is 3. So the marks allotted per question varies. There are primarily 2 types of questions. One is the MCQ questions and the second are the TETA questions. So MCQ questions are basically questions which are followed by 4 options, and TETA questions are the questions where you are asked the answer but you are not provided with the options. You need to type in the answer. Now for MCQ questions, we are awarded +3 for a right answer and -1 for a wrong answer. For TETA, we are awarded +3 for a right answer and 0 for a wrong answer. Order of the sections, as I mentioned, VARC comes first, followed by DILR and then QA. So now I'll go briefly into each of these 3 sections. I won't go into much details, that's for you to explore, but just for the students who are starting with the preparation, this will be a good introduction. So the VARC section primarily revolves around your comprehension skills and verbal ability skills. So if you are someone who is already into the habit of reading a lot of books, novels or articles, even newspaper, this should be an easy section for you. Because VARC doesn't focus much on vocabulary, they doesn't focus on grammar at all. It's mainly about reading ability. So the comprehension skills, how much you are able to retain the information and how you are able to comprehend what has been given in the passage, plus the verbal ability skills. So there are primarily 2 parts in this section, the VA part and the RC part. RC is reading comprehension, so you will be provided a passage and 4 or 5 questions depending on the structure of the paper will follow, and you need to answer those questions based on the passage. You can definitely refer to the passage while answering the questions. The VA is basically verbal ability. So in verbal ability, things like paragraph summary, paragraph completion, and para jumbles, where you are given 4 statements and in jumbled order and you need to decide which is the order of the statements, correct order of the statements. These things come in the VA section. So these 2 subsections of VARC are kind of related. If your comprehension skills are good, you will ace both these 2 sections. Now going to DILR, it is basically about problem solving, which is primarily the logical reasoning part, and the data interpretation part, the DI part, focuses on how you handle a lot of data given to you. So this section is considered the toughest section of CAT because this is the section where CAT has been continuously improving the standards of the section over the years, and over the years it tries out something new, which results in a lot of students not getting a lot of marks in this section. So this DILR is mainly about puzzles arrangements, some questions which are based on how you arrange the information that has been given to you, and the data interpretation part where you will be given some charts or graphs which you need to interpret and answer a set of questions. Again, in this section, you will be given a number of sets, suppose 4 sets or 5 sets or 6 sets depending on the structure of the paper, and each set will have certain number of questions to answer. So in this case, so in majority of the sets, if you are able to crack the set, you will be able to answer all the questions that the set has. But this is not the case in all of the sets. In some sets, each of the question will follow a different approach to get to the answer. Coming to the QA question, the QA is the quantitative ability section of the CAT. So in the QA section basically tests your aptitude skills. So when you are in college, you are sitting for placements, or when you are applying for companies or switching your companies, the quantitative aptitude forms an important part of your paper, right? So that is what the QA section is all about. As far as CAT is concerned, QA section is the only section that has a very well defined structure. It has a list of topics which are categorized into algebra, arithmetic, geometry, and modern maths. So there are a lot of topics, like arithmetic might have profit, loss and interest, time, speed, distance. Algebra might have linear equations, quadratic equations, all these topics. Geometry will have triangles, circles and stuff. Modern maths will have permutation, combinations, number systems and all these topics. So CAT has a very well defined syllabus in this. You need to go through the fundamentals very well and then practice a lot in order to excel in this section. So this is all about the 3 sections that CAT has. Now I will switch to the preparation strategy. So this is the month of October and CAT normally happens in the last week of November. Considering this timeline, you have approximately 1 year and 1 month for your preparation, which is, believe me, a lot. So you can go on with this preparation in a very relaxed manner, but make sure that you have a schedule and you follow it. So the purpose of this preparation is to study all the concepts, all the topics, and have an ample amount of practice in a very structured manner. So since more than a year is left for your preparation, you should work a lot on your basics. Make sure that your fundamentals are in place. Make sure that you study each and every topic that is there. Do not leave out any topic. Leaving out topics is basically for those people who start the preparation in the month of October or September, in which the exam is in the same year. But you people have about a year for your preparation, so do not leave out any topic. That is not a very good suggestion. So start with your basics and practice a lot. Practice, practice and practice, and make sure that accuracy is your concern right now. Do not work on speed right away. Make sure that your accuracy is in place, because accuracy is something that will give you marks. If you try to attempt like the entire paper and get 50% of the questions wrong, you will not end up in a very good place. Okay, so focus on accuracy now, and speed will catch up with your practice. So first, make sure that you are done with your basics. Second, practice a lot. Now, as you are starting with the preparation, you also need to know what this CAT is all about. This video is a very short introduction of the CAT. This does not have all the details that the exam encapsulates. So you should have a look at the past year papers. You can visit the Krakow website, in which you can download the past year CAT papers in the PDF format, or you can also appear for the exams in an exam environment in which you can take the papers in the actual interface that CAT provides you. So take a look at the CAT previous year papers. Start with your mocks. I won't say that start right away, but at least take a free mock to see where you stand, what areas you need to focus on more, so that it will help you out figure out preparation plan. Because once you start with the preparation, you won't be giving equal times to all 3 sections. You might be a student who excels in quant but who is not very good in verbal, so you know that you need to focus more time into verbal. So that's why it's advised that you start with a mock and you get to know where you stand, what are your strongest suits, what are your weaker sections, and allot optimal time to each of these sections. As I already mentioned, make a very rigid schedule. Doesn't matter if you are giving only 1 hour or 2 hours as of now, But make sure that if you are giving 2 hours daily for your CAT preparation, you actually go on and prepare for these 2 hours every day without fail. Because sticking to your schedule will go a long way in ensuring a very good percentile in the examination. Same for mocks. Once you start giving mocks, you need to form a good schedule for the mocks, because people often tend to start very late and they stress themselves with a lot of mocks. They tend to give 4 to 5 mocks in a week, and in the process they end up draining themselves. So since you are starting your preparation very early, make sure that you decide on a date on which you need to start with your mocks, and make sure that you prepare a strategy for your mocks as to when to give a mock, what should be your frequency, and follow it regularly. Also, if you are planning to take CAT in 2022, but you have also filled the registration form and you have a chance to sit for the examination in 2021, it would be a suggestion to go ahead and give the examination this year. So you might ask that I'm not even prepared for the examination, why should I go and take the examination? Well, there are a few factors. You should give this examination because you will get to know about the do's and don'ts of the examination. I'm not speaking of the syllabus and course structure, but what things you can carry in the examination, what are the rules and regulations that are followed, how the examination atmosphere is, what is the sitting arrangement. Once you reach the examination hall, what are the steps that need to be followed, and there will be one less thing to worry about next year when you are actually sitting for the examination. So make sure that if you have a chance to sit for the examination this year, you go ahead and do it. Also, throughout the year, Maruti sir and Saili ma'am will be helping out students through the YouTube channel, through our courses for the CAT preparation. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel to get updated on these videos, which will help you a lot throughout the year. The most important suggestion is that start right away. If you have already decided that you need to take CAT in 2022, do not procrastinate and do not delay your preparation. If you have already decided you need to take the exam next year, start right away, start today, start small, but you make sure that you follow it regularly. Also, make sure you check out our course for 2022. You can check the link in the description section of this video. So if you enroll to Kraku's course for 2022, you will be enrolled into one of the batches, and in the batches, each batch is attached to a schedule. So the schedule is basically an exhaustive list of all topics that need to be covered throughout the year, and the schedule makes sure that the preparation is well planned and structured. So you can follow the schedule and you will be well prepared for the examination. Also, if you are someone who wants to finish things beforehand, you can visit the study room, you can visit the video series and get done with the topics before the schedule ends for your batch. Plus, you will have access to mocks, sectionals, a lot of study room tests and a lot of other resources which will help you out a lot. So make sure you check out Kraku's 2022 CAT course. Wish you all the best for CAT. Thank you.